Let's talk about the services sections, and we can do a couple different things, even though they're tied in together. But we have flexibility as far as having different sections, and your bullet points and your video and your 3 images and etc. All right, so let's go to the back end, and right now I'm in the services section, which you can find right here. And let me go ahead and dive into the corporate. All right, pretty easy. We're gonna have a divider right here. We're gonna have your intro text, and this probably looks a little bit different than yours. If your editor a little bit, I use HTML mode, and I haven't mentioned this before. You're probably in visual mode. Okay, I'm using HTML. I prefer it. Don't worry about it. If this looks different than yours or anything, doesn't mean anything. Just I prefer the work in HTML as opposed to visual. Okay, so aside from that, we have our title here. We have our text, basically your description that we see right here. All right. If you do an H1 tag, it actually adds this underline. And let me back up. Let me do a new one just so I can go over that and actually change this editor to a visual editor. Alright, so we have these buttons, these icons that do a bunch of different things. So let me see. Test service, give it a name. Okay, test service. Here is my content. Let me drop in some dummy text. Alright, let me publish this real quick just so we can view it. And let's view this page. Alright, right off the bat we'll see our text and we'll see test service, and we got these 3 dots. So obviously nowhere close to this. And we got our big title name here, we got this divider amongst some other things going on. Alright, so how do we correct that? First is the test name, the page name that we have right there. What we want to do is give that an H1, a heading 1, which is called an H1. If I click that, update it, refresh this. Now it gives it the styling of your font you're using, as well as that cute little divider line thing, whatever we got going on. Alright, so that takes care of that. So if you're wondering how that gets in there, like, that's what we do. Next thing is this dotted divider we got right here. Alright, you can do that anywhere you want. If you want to drop it in after each paragraph, you can do that. But basically, to do so, we click inside that box, and right here I have a little icon for insert divider. Insert, we get this little line of code, if you want to call it that. If I update it, refresh, now what do we got? We got a little dotted divider. So slowly we're coming together here. Next is a video. So we scroll down, we'll see video image. So let's say we have a video on this page, like we do with corporate. We got this one right here. We can set our video. So click this, we get our dialog box. I can drop in a new picture, or I can do from an image that's already in the library, which I think I'll just do this time. Let me grab the girl, I'm gonna click show, and then we scroll down, we got multiple selections here. Featured image, third image, second image, video image, a bunch of stuff, but they go in different places. So of course, this is the featured image. So let's go ahead and click set as featured image. You see that showed up over here. We are good to go. Rock and roll, right? Let's go ahead and update this. Let's check our work. Nothing. Alright, so what's going on? What am I missing? Why is this not showing up? Well, let's see. How about we give it a link? This number sign actually acts as a link. Alright, add that in there. My little fake link. Update. Alright. I already refreshed this before, so if you're wondering why I didn't do that. So there we are. That's why it's working. So make sure you add your little link in there, otherwise this is not going to show up. So of course if I click it now, nothing happens because there's no video there. Alright, so we got that going. Next is our additional services, which is this section. So I'm going to just copy this. So let's give it our title. I don't want that. And then each service you have, each listed item. So item, copy this. Item, 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 so forth and so forth. Update. What do we have? Boom, here we are. We got this going on. Looking good, right? Looking good. Scroll down. Our clients, our testimonials from our clients. So the name of the client. So let's see, Joe Schmo, who happens to be a great client of mine, by the way. Go ahead and paste in whatever he's saying that's fantastic about your company. Enter it in. Update. Refresh. There's our testimonial box. Alright, so last thing we have to cover are these three dots, which obviously are these sections right here. And to do that, we do that right here. Set featured image over in this section. So let's just go ahead and upload these. So set featured image. Let's just use some stuff that we have in here. Wow. Yeah, I check this out. This is a really large picture, and just real quick, I really recommend you upload smaller pictures than this for multiple reasons. One is you're just going to bog down your website, and it's going to affect multiple things. Load times, your server space, as far as how many, your file space, a bunch of different things. I recommend you crop these down before you upload. A good area to be is with no bigger than 12 to 1400 pixels, just to be safe. That's pretty big, and just you're gonna run into problems down the road with that. Okay, so anyways, let me go ahead and use this as featured. We're set and done. Let me update. Refresh. There's one. And that works as the same thing as show on homepage box. So you see that show on homepage? So if you need to change out your sections that show out here, that's how you do that. So the corporate, the social, and the weddings have that section checked to show on homepage. If you check that, then they show here. Not that you would ever change that, but if you need to do so. Now works the same thing with this second and third image. And I'm not going to do the third one, but you kind of get the drift. I'll do the first and second. Set a second image. Set, done, X, save it, refresh. There we are. And that pretty much covers the services. So if you ever need the update and/or if you need to create a brand new one, that's how you do that. That'll do it for this one.